Hey guys, Sam here, and today in this video I want to show you a game that I've been playing. It's called Space Engineers, and it's probably one of the funnest games I've been playing and gets you busy, and you can always make friends in it and play along with friends. So this game is 16.99 euros on Steam, which is actually a pretty cheap price for the game and what you get. There are DLCs to it. Those are not expensive either. I'll put them up on the screen. I've actually got all of them, and yeah, they come with a lot of things. Some of them are better than others. Like personally, I think the Decorative Blocks and Decorative Blocks 2, I'm pretty sure that's what they're called, are the best ones. They've just come out with the second one, and yeah, that also adds quite a few great features to the game. There is also Economy Deluxe, Style Pack, and Space Engineers Deluxe. All of those add colors, emotes, and personally I don't think they're as good, but they do add some pretty interesting features to the games. They do add a few more blocks as well, like the ATM block, stores, and things like that. Today I'm going to be teaching you the basics and how to get started in Space Engineers. So you'll go to New Game, and these are some scenarios right here, and if you downloaded anything from the workshop, like I've downloaded this Mario Kart thing, which my friends and I were all racing around, and quite a bit of fun. Let's just say there were a few explosions and it wasn't pretty. But we want to go to custom game, and there are a few here which are pretty nice. If you want a boost, go to Earth Planet, but I'm going to start clean, and I'm going to go all the way to the bottom to Star System. Now call this whatever you want. I'm going to call it Space Engineers. Make sure it's survival. If you want to play with friends, make sure it's either public or friends. I would personally go with friends just so random people don't start joining. And of course you have a max players of 16. My max players is just going to be the standard 4. Autosave is also a very good thing to have just in case your PC crashes. And yeah, that's about it. If you do have any mods, now's your time to add them, though you can add them along the way as well. I have these. I'm not going to add them in just because I want this to be a vanilla survival. Click start when you're ready, and I'll get to you in a minute. Now when you get into the game, it'll look like this. Here are a bunch of places which you can spawn. We're going to spawn in the Earth-like drop pod, so we'll spawn at Earth, though you can spawn anywhere else. Space pod is also not that bad, because you can also start in space. But this may be a little harder because SPRT, which is let's just say a bad faction to you guys, the enemies, are in space a lot more and can blow you to shreds since you don't have any defenses. So I'm going to go to the Earth-like drop pod. Now SPRT can still be on Earth, but it's a lot more rare. But don't worry about them, I'm just rambling on. Just click respawn and we'll get to it. Now when you spawn in, it looks something like this. Yeah, you'll be in this drop pod. It has a parachute, and that's why it's slowed down, as you can take a look. Now, if you don't like your spawn location, you can always grind down your survival kit, which is also a spawn location, and respawn. Now, in here, you want to check in this seat, and if you take a look, you have a few things. You have a gun, some ammo, and a seat. Now, over here, we have an O2H2 generator. These bottles are very useful. Take the hydrogen one, and we have a very limited amount of ice, so try your best not to fly. You can obviously still fly, it's not that bad, but you still want to not fly as much. Survival kits, as I said, are spawn locations, so if I were to kill myself, I can spawn here. And also, they count as refineries, and I'm pretty sure they count as assemblers too. Yep, they do. Which I will get into soon. Over here, we just have a battery, and this is our power on here. We want to get to building a base right away. So the first thing you want to do is get some materials. Now, you will spawn in with a basic welder, grinder, and hand drill. If you just go up to a place and crouch. Crouching is a lot better on the floor. You can crouch using C. Now, about the drill. If you were to hold down left click, it'll start up the drill. Left click actually makes it so you do get the resources, as shown here. As you can see, I'm getting some stone. And yeah, that's how I get my resources. But if I were to hold down right click, it does not give you anything, but obviously digs a lot more area. When you do have some stone, come over to your survival kit and just put it inside. When you want to build something, let's say ingots, we can get all our resources. Now, as you saw, I queued up 1,000 ingots. Now, there is a way to do that. If you hold down Control and click, 10. But if you were to Shift and click, you'd get 100. And if you were to Control Shift click, you'd get 1,000. This is obviously a lot better. When you're more in the game and you need to start queuing up 1,000 things, you might want to click quite a bit, and you don't want to be like this all day. Now come over to the hole which you've made or haven't started, and you might want to, as I said, crouch down and right click. We'll hold down right click and dig all the way down until you see some stone. As you can see here, I have reached a much better stone. You will get way more stone there from up digging dirt. Now also try not to be like me and make it this steep, because you may need to use your jetpack to get out, as I struggle to get out a little bit there and have to use my jetpack. Now what you're going to want to do is hold down left click and get all this stone using the hand drill. As you can see, there's a lot of stone. Just hold down F if you want to get all of it. Alright, sorry about that. You could not hear anything about the game. Now you can hear the drill now. Inventory. So when it says inventory full, obviously your inventory is full, and you're going to want to bring all your stone over to your survival kit. Now it doesn't have a lot of space, so you're going to have to do it in bits. But just queue up about 1,000, and that will keep you going for a while. I'll just put that in, and you're going to want to mine for a while, as assemblers and that do take a while. Now I'm just going to mine a little bit, and I'll get back to you when I'm done. That was kind of satisfying. Now what you're going to want to do is queue up a few steel plates. Don't queue up too much since you don't have a lot anyway, but I'd say about maybe 10 or 20. All of your steel plates have been made, or when they have, come over to a place where you would like to set camp. I'm just going to do it over here, as it's not that bad of an area, but I would prefer a more flatter area. Just place down a few blocks like this, and maybe even a ramp if you want to be fancy. And here is where we will be placing our assembler, refinery, and cargo. We do not have enough for advanced refineries and assemblers, but we do have enough for our basic ones. A lot of blocks have ports. This is a port. Where I'm looking at right now, that yellow and grey area is a port. That is in fact a large port. Now to rotate, you would like to use your home, delete, end, page down, page up, and insert buttons. Now as you can see, it only has one port, and would like to access that port. So you're going to want to place it with the port facing towards you. It would also say basic assembler at the top if it's the right way up. You're going to want to weld this up. You are definitely going to have to queue up a lot more things to weld this up. Now this may be a little bit stressful and confusing, but don't worry, it is incredibly easy, and when you get the hang of it, you'll do amazing. Now we're going to need a lot more steel plates. As you can see, I need 49 steel plates, 40 construction components, 10 motors, 4 displays, 80 computers, and if we would like to reinforce it a little bit, some more steel plates. Now we're just going to queue up what we need. We don't want to do any extra, as that will make us have to do a lot more mining. Now let's control click until we get 40, and I'm pretty sure it was 9, so I'm just going to queue up a little bit more. Now this will go very, very quickly, as we haven't got that much stone, so you might want to do a few trips.